Hi there YouTube, John McCann and James Peckham here, and we're bringing you the top Galaxy Note 7 rumours, leaks, impressions before the launch of Samsung's new phablet device. Less than a week away now, so we're getting really close. It is getting exciting. We did say Note 7, we don't mean the Note 6, although technically this will be the 6th Note product. Samsung's going for Note 7, it's going to bring it in line, we reckon, with the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. So we're going to hit the main points that you need to look out for the Note 7 next week, starting with the screen.
So with the screen, we're expecting a 5.7 inch screen like you've got on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 at the moment. Some people were expecting a 6 inch, that they might decide to bump this up, but most of the leaks and stuff we've seen so far from benchmarks have suggested it'd be a 5.7 again.
That wouldn't really make sense either. Both the Note 4 and the Note 5 have 5.7 inch screens. That's up from the Note 3, and Samsung seems to be happy at that sort of screen size, and that does seem exactly 6. We've used 6 inch devices next to 6P. Previous Huawei Mate devices, and they are just a bit too big. Samsung's got a nice balance with the 5.7 inch in the hand.
Definitely. In terms of resolution, some people were expecting maybe this would be the jump to 4K. Sony did it last year with the Xperia Z5 Premium, but again, it looks like it's going to be a QHD resolution, which personally I'm quite happy with, really.
I mean, it looks great on the S7 and the S7 Edge, which are both QHD. It looks brilliant. Of course, Sony did jump on the 4K bandwagon last year, and with Samsung's continued push into VR, there is an argument to do 4K, especially on the Note.
Talking of the S7s, as you were a moment ago, we think there's going to be the always-on screen again that we saw on those phones. A really good feature. It was draining a little bit of your battery life, we found out in our review, but it's still a really great thing that you can just look down at your phone, you don't have to turn the screen on to get the time, and there might even be more notifications and that kind of stuff.
That would be nice. A bit more functionality around it would be great. A sort of slight update to TouchWiz that we expect Note 7 to have, as long as sort of bringing in new S Pen features as well, hopefully. Maybe some more always-on display, but it's a nice feature. Plus, the Note 7 will have a bigger battery than the Galaxy S7 flagships from earlier this year, so hopefully the battery life will still be pretty good. Moving on to the S Pen, and maybe we can take it underwater.
So one of the rumours we've seen so far is an underwater S Pen. Now that would mean that you can write on the phone while it's submerged. That's not really going to be a feature that's going to come in useful for most people, I would have thought. But
I mean, it's a feature which would be surprising if it really made it on there. It's one of those odd rumours which have sort of maybe born out of a translation error or just someone getting a little bit overexcited. Yeah, the use cases seem relatively limited, but you can make an argument that maybe the S Pen is relatively limited anyway in terms of its flexibility for a lot of people. However, saying that, we do expect more features for the S Pen. Every year, Samsung adds something extra to the S Pen. Not been a lot of rumours about what that might be this time round, so we're keeping an eye out, but there's not been a lot of word. Something that has been said is you might be able to write just dedicated on the Edge screen.
Oh yeah.
If there is an Edge screen.
That's the big question.
Or is there going to be two handsets? It's another confusing point, isn't it, James?
So we've already seen the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge with the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and then last year we saw the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, but there hasn't been a Note with an Edge screen for quite some time. So it will be really exciting if we get both of those versions of the phone. Personally, I just hope they just go all out and just go, the Edge phone is our main Note phone, go for it.
Something else cool that you might get is an iris scanner. Now, not the first time we've seen this. ZTE Axon Elite, Microsoft Lumia 950, they've both got the retina tracking tech, but it looks pretty much nailed on for the Note 7.
It's a really smart piece of tech. It's not anything brand new, but I'm going to be quite excited to see it.
It's smart tech, but honestly, I don't really care for it.
No?
I've used the ZTE, and it's just a hassle.
Okay.
Like, you can't use it at night. You can't use it in low light. It will struggle in direct sunlight. It won't work with people wearing glasses. It will struggle sometimes with contact lenses. So that's already really annoying. It's going to be a nice novelty, but I can't see it being better than a fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanners are so quick now on all the phones. The eye tracking tech, it's a nice gimmick, but practicality, I do worry.
So the next feature we need to talk about is design. Now we're expecting a similar-ish design to the Note 5, but it's going to have a lot more of the S7 design language formed into it. That's probably what we're going to see. Obviously there might be the Edge screen, there might not. We don't really know. It looks like it's going to be 4 colours.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, gold, silver, blue, black are being touted. Yeah, I mean, maybe. At the end of the day, Samsung likes to launch the boring colours first and then trickle out the more exciting colours at a later date when people have already bought it, which seems a bit sort of backwards, but Gold seems to be a big thing at the moment, isn't it? The OnePlus 3 is just launching its gold version. So the gold version may come out sooner rather than later, but the colours are a bit meh, who cares? Waterproofing, that is interesting.
Definitely.
S7 Edge are waterproof-ish, up to a level. Everyone's seen the adverts of it being dropped into various things. So expect the Note 7. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that it will come with the same smarts.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
The question is that big hole at the bottom for the S Pen.
Yeah.
It doesn't need any sensors in there really, apart from to know it's popped out, so it should be okay water resistance wise, but that's a big gap that could potentially fill up with water. So I don't know if that provides any issues for Samsung to get around, but it's worth looking at. It should be nice and premium though at the end of the day.
And then the last thing we need to talk about is release. Now we're expecting it August 2nd. We've already had the invite, we're not expecting it. We already know that we're going to be there on August 2nd. And we think that's going to be when they do the Note 7, don't we?
Well, without saying it's the Note 7 launch, they've said it's the Note 7 launch in the invite.
pretty much.
They've not been at all subtle with their teasing of this. They've not said it explicitly, but it is going to be the Note 7.
Yeah.
We'll be there live. It's happening in America and in London at the same time. We've got people in both locations, so we'll be reporting live with everything you know. In terms of when you can actually get your hands on it, maybe mid-August to late August. If it goes on sale before early September, where you will expecting to see the new iPhone 7, that could be sort of a major coup for Samsung. So keep an eye out. And yes, we will be bringing you everything you need to know next week on the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. But for now, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want to see from the Note 7 and what you're excited about. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.